Hi everyone, I'm Alex. I'm one of the naturalists with the East Bay Regional Park District. In this video, we're going to get a chance to talk about owl pellets. Now, owl pellets come, you guessed it, from owls. And those owls are an important part of the ecosystem in lots of our parks. We can learn so much about them by looking at the things that they leave behind. That's true for owls and lots of other critters. So owl pellets. Basically, when an owl eats food, it swallows its prey whole, or it uses its sharp beak and talons to rip the prey into smaller chunks and eat those big chunks whole as well, which means it got a lot of food in its belly that it can't really use. So what happens is those bones, those feathers, and fur, they all get clumped together and then regurgitated or vomited back up in the form of an owl pellet. We can look at these owl pellets to try and figure out what that animal ate.
Owls come in lots of different shapes and sizes, so their pellets range in size from about an inch long to over 4 inches. But before there can be a pellet, the owl has to catch its prey. They're carnivores and can eat a wide variety of animals, including birds, moles, mice, rabbits, frogs, and even skunks. All of these photos of owls were captured right here in one of our East Bay parks. As the owl eats, whether it eats one or more prey items that day, the food travels down the esophagus and arrives in the gizzard, where it's separated into 2 categories: digestible and undigestible. The food part continues through the digestive tract, but the other stuff gets formed into a pellet and can be stored for several hours before needing to be pushed back up before the owl's next meal. While the owl begins the regurgitation of the pellet, it looks like it's having trouble breathing. But once the pellet is out, the owl will settle down again. Pellets can be found on the ground around where an owl is roosting or nesting. Pellets that are found in the wild are sometimes easier to dissect since they might be fresher. If you purchase a pellet from one of the many places that sell them online, like we did for this pellet, it will arrive wrapped in foil, sterilized, and will be pretty hard. The outside of the pellet can tell us a little bit about where the animal got its food. Does it have pine needles, small rocks, grains? As we begin the dissection, you'll start to notice some bones right away. Let's speed things up and see what we find. You'll notice that sometimes it's easier to use a toothpick or tweezers to pull things apart, and other times your fingers are better suited for the job. From the remains found in this pellet, we know that this owl ate at least 2 things recently: a rodent and a small bird. We know this from the skulls that were left in the pellet. With a lot of patience, the fur and feathers can be totally separated from the bones, and sometimes those bones can be rearranged into a complete skeleton. Owls are amazing creatures that we can learn a lot about by examining what they leave behind. Keep your eyes out next time you're in the park, and maybe you'll see evidence that an owl has been nearby.